Skrill, drop it hard.
Hello guys, my name is TheRussianBadger, and it is Bad Company Tuesday, and for some reason, when I joined this game, it was the first game that I played of the day, and I just destroyed the other team. I don't get why. That never ever happens to me. Like, you always jump into the game, and the first game that you play of the day is just like, my anus hurts so bad after that. I genuinely got pummeled in that game, and I don't want any of my relatives, nor my firstborn child, to see what has just happened here today. And look, the MG36 is wonderful. Let me tell you why. Okay, on the last Bad Company Tuesday, a few of you got really salty, and that guy, totally oblivious, but okay. A lot of you got salty about me calling, I accidentally called this weapon here, the MG36, the G36C, just mistakenly a lot. Oh my god, Badger, you're getting so sloppy, why would you ever forget the name of something? And Bush Monster, why? What are you even looking at? Is it like, that's not a telescope, by the way, that is not a telescope. And Milos, same thing. Well, at least Milos is firing bullets. I had to go back for second helpings on him, but that Bush Monster, man, I don't get it. It's not a telescope. It's a gun. It is something that fires bullets and is designed to kill somebody. Why don't you actually use it that way? And this is perfect lurk spot. The tank couldn't get me in here for some reason. Okay, I think I get one guy, and then there's another guy that lurks over there. The Bush Monster goes in, and then I think I eventually tossed a nade. But I was just firing bullets at the objective. I was like, you know what? If I lace this thing with a bunch of lead, hopefully I'll just kill anything that's around it, and that'll help my team somehow. And yes, you can see both objectives from this building. It is dandy. And look at Mr. Cloth Monster Engineer with the mask all over. It's like a sock face. I never really got how... I don't know. I always felt like the Russian engineer was really, really low-tech. Like he wore this ghetto ski mask. And then the American one was just super rich and had that visor. It's like bulletproof. I don't know why I associate the Russians with poor. I think it's just terrible of me. But as you can see, we got both objectives and we move on from here. And it's so wonderful that that building was not collapsed on me. Just the fact that there was a tank right there and I was lurking in there for quite a while and I didn't get crushed, that I feel very fortunate. And as you saw in that sort of span of events, the G36C is so deadly. This is sort of the misconception about the Battlefield series in terms of LMGs now, and look at these guys. Okay, they thought they were so clever, I'm such a good pilot, look at me. And then all of a sudden, okay, I see one guy come down, I know he's there, I light him up, and then I hear it's like, wait, that's not English, that's Russian. And then, oh, okay, that's where that sound was coming from, and that's where I clean up that guy. But that guy's name, which is Noob Deface, is going to come up later on. He's a very... I'm not going to say he's an antagonist or a protagonist or anything like that, but he is definitely going to come up later, and I wouldn't call it rage-inducing, but I would say that it's definitely not something that a lot of you guys like in terms of weapon choice, and I was getting fired on from so many different directions. I was like, save me, sweet cookie. Oh, yes, she saved me. I was like, come here, baby, and oh my goodness, a secondary gun in a vehicle that actually kills people? What is this madness? That's not supposed to happen. Accurate bullets from the top of a tank? That's clearly not the way the Battlefield series is supposed to work. You're supposed to be... Okay, the top of the tank, at least according to Battlefield 3, the top of the tank is supposed to be as useless as possible and just an assist machine. That's what it's designed to do. I don't think it's designed to kill people. I don't even know if the Battlefield 3 tank turret, like the secondary gunner, I don't even know if that's firing bullets. I almost feel like it's firing like Skittles or like Swedish fish, but I don't feel like I can kill anything with the secondary gun of the tank ever in Battlefield 3. Complete opposite for Bad Company 2. And I chunked that helicopter so hard that he almost went, okay, granted, I didn't take him down, obviously, but I chunked him so hard. Like, this is the way that a secondary gun should be, and that accuracy, man. I was a lucky headshot, granted, but just the fact that you can be this lethal in a tank, I like it so much more. And I guess Battlefield 3 is more complex in terms of, you know, weapons and the vehicles, because all the vehicles are... Not that Bad Company 2 was very elementary or less sophisticated in terms of all the attachments that you could use for the different... And yet, it's so powerful, man. It's so powerful. But I'm not going to say Bad Company 2 was less sophisticated, and I was like, okay, F that noise, I'm out of here, bro. I'm not going to stay in that tank until it explodes. I thought I was going to get a triple right here, but boom. I got like one shot in the face with the M14. I don't know how it does that much damage. But I was going to say that I I think that it's not necessarily that Bad Company 2 is less complex in terms of all of the specializations and upgrades, and I was just firing in smoke here, but I don't think it's necessarily less complex than Battlefield 3, but I think Battlefield 3 is a lot more adaptable in terms of how things are changed. Like, for example, okay, in Bad Company 2, you use the MG36, that's all it is. It's the MG36. There's a few different things. I mean, you can choose magnum ammo, or body armor, or accuracy, or you can choose like an ACOG or something like that, but overall, it's pretty well, you choose something, you're going to get it, and it's more of a straightforward, the weapons don't differ as much from each other, but like, for example, an AEK with a suppressor, I just didn't see the bush monster. I was like, okay, I hear bullets, I know they're coming at my face, but I don't know where they're coming from. Okay, I got shot in the face anyways, it's not really a big deal. But I wanted to say that I think, in terms of LMGs, it's much more adaptable in Battlefield 3, and I don't like them as much. You know, like I'm saying, it's very, very straightforward in Bad Company 2. Okay, I get one guy, I thought I was going to get the second guy, but there's so many shotguns, and there's so many recons running around with just deadly weapons that if they get the jump on you, oftentimes you die very, very quickly in Bad Company 2. And I'm still trying to complete this point, which I've been trying to complete for like the past, and I screw up that revive somehow. Okay, so I get Milos, and then there's more guys around this corner here, and this tank just, shh, quiet, sleep. Shh, it's like a D-Rex, it doesn't see you. Don't look at me, don't look at me. Just, he didn't see me, and then I saw this guy come around, I got him in the face, and I think there's another recon on the other side. Okay, the building's coming down, not gonna revive that guy. I get one gentleman. There's so many guys around here, I forget who I kill and who I don't, but the recon still saw me, and I still destroyed him, somehow. I pick up his Thompson later on, and the Thompson, I forgot how dandy it was. But okay, to complete my point, I think that LMGs in Bad Company 2, they got it right. In Battlefield 3, I don't think LMGs are powerful enough. I think they're severely underpowered. Now, yes, there's supposed to be a niche because... oh, okay, so they hold a lot more of a capacity, they have more bullets. Like, you can hold 200 bullets in a saw, and a lot of the other LMGs, there has to be some kind of penalty in terms of accuracy or recoil or something, but this is the main problem that I have with LMGs in Battlefield 3. There is this huge, tremendous aim penalty, or accuracy penalty, after you are done sprinting, or immediately after you're done sprinting, and it just destroys you. And Mr. Bush Monster, don't even try it. Don't even try it. So that's something that you'll notice. Okay, so in Battlefield 3, you'll be running somewhere, right? And then all of a sudden you'll have to stop because there's an enemy right in front of you, and you'll try to kill him, and your bullets just go everywhere when you aim down sight, and it's just so frustrating. But that's not the same for Bad Company 2. They're so accurate, there's very, very light recoil. I don't know if you want to call them like Carl friendly, but I get one guy, I got a second guy, oh, the third guy, but that guy using the USAS 12. Wonderful. With body armor, that's even more of a catfish move, dude. It's like, okay, yeah, body armor is bad enough. The USAS is bad enough, but USAS and body armor, there's another nemesis pin. And Wesley, false snipes. Oh man, I thought it was a false alarm there for a second, but I got one with the MG36, another with a grenade, another with the MG36, my sides. Now look, Milos thought he was so cool, gonna sit in the back of the spawn after the objectives had already been destroyed. So Mr. Bush Monster and I on my team are gonna go investigate. And I was like, you know what? This is not going to suffice. So I get the engineer, right? And I was like, Mr. Bush Monster and I, we're going on this colossal little mission. Bullets will not do. Milos, I don't approve of your conduct. Give me your salmon, Milos. And Steve is already dead. Yes, I know. A lot of you know from Mr. Bush Monster's not going down. Don't go down. That's what I always think of. I always think of Jim Carrey. I can't remember if it's... is it Ace Ventura? No, it's Dumb and Dumber, right? You know, with the old lady with the vending machine? I don't know if you guys are familiar. This might be like... I know you're looking at me right now like... Badger, that is way over my head. I have no idea what you're referring to. You're extremely vague, and I have no idea. But okay. It's that scene in Dumb and Dumber, right? Where he's going to get his wallet for like this newspaper or this vending machine. There's this old lady or this old guy there. And as he leaves, he says, "Don't go dying on me." And that's what I always think of every single time. Like Jim Carrey, that's what I think of every single time I'm about to revive somebody. And that's some pro piloting skills there, bro. That's... Safe landing. Like, that's another thing that reminds me of Jim Carrey. Every time that a pilot lands like that, I always picture himself just saying, like a glove, every single time. And I don't know why. And Milos, crouch walking like an MLG Pro is not going to save you. It's not going to make you any more bulletproof. And Mr. Bush Monster, thank you for your Thompson. Thank you very kindly. Okay. So now I arm it, and I did not realize. I forgot. Okay? I think it's just, if you play so much Battlefield 3, you just forget how Bad Company 2 works. I got the engineer, but you just sort of forget how the weapons feel, how the game feels, how they... And why are you flopping around like a marionette, Carl? That's not necessary. Your leg is already broken. Don't make it any worse. Okay, okay, we're done now, right? Okay, we're done. Just plank there for a while. Okay. But I forgot how accurate and how extremely deadly so many of these weapons are. Like the hipfire, it's so deadly, man. Even the Thompson, which is not supposed to be all that good of a weapon. Now, yes, it's not like it's bad, but it is definitely not... It's not a UMP. I think it's sort of like a wannabe UMP. The UMP clearly would destroy a Thompson, but the Thompson, I forgot how good it was. Like, the fact that I don't know if that guy took prior damage before I shot at him, but like a double kill from that distance with something like this, it surprises me. And I think it's so much fun to go back and play this game after getting so used to Battlefield 3 with this amazing hip fire, the recoil that's really easy to manage. I don't know if you want to call Bad Company 2 like quote-unquote easier. I don't know if you would call it that. And everybody was just getting slaughtered right here. So I was like, give me your sandwich, Milos! And then all of a sudden, I go back for more. False. Come on. Blood came out of you. What? What? Bush Monster. I like cut the back of your head off. How does... What? Alright. Whatever. I guess when I get greedy and I go back for second sandwiches, it doesn't work. So like there, you can easily see, look at the recoil on the MG36. It's almost non-existent. It's just so light. Even though I'm firing, okay, yeah, I'm firing in short bursts, and this guy just lurking in the house came out and popped me in the face, which I'm not really all that sad about because I was already destroying his team. But look, the first thing that I do as soon as I spawn back in, it's like, you catfish. Alright, I'll shoot you in the face. Yeah, have at it. Okay, now that one's on the house. I'm not even going to charge you for that one. That one's free. Only with the mail-in rebate. Those of you that have used or ever bought computer parts on like Newegg or Amazon, oh my god. Why can't I hold all these new mail-in rebates? Oh god, my sides. But at this point in time, I really like, yes, with the MG36, you can have sort of a supporting role. Obviously, you are the medic in this particular case, which is, I don't know if you want to call him that, but nice tank driving, Carl. That's wonderful. That step 1 of the tank driving tutorial. Don't give your tank to the enemy team. I always feel so mad when I have to do stuff like that. It's just like, why, man? All you had to do, you had one job. You had one job, man. It's just stay in the tank. Just don't press E. That's all you gotta do, and you're already better than you were previously. But I guess not. And like you can see, it's so easy to pick people off. And I like to say that I'm not going to say the MG36 is the best LMG, but a lot of them are so similar to each other. It's just the benefit of the built-in red dot sight is so handy-dandy. Like it's... Give me your sandwich, dog! He totally thought, okay, he totally thought he had me. He saw me coming down, he had his, his M16 ready to shoot me right in the face, and then just... I don't think you realize the way this works, man. I have a knife, you have a gun, and this... I just find it so funny. Just knife, like everyone's, like the old saying, never bring a knife to a gunfight. But then in Bad Company 2, it's the opposite. Never bring a gun to a knife fight. Or like, I don't know. I don't know how it works exactly, but I really do enjoy the MG36 and knifing people in the face. Now, the one thing that I wanted to say is that, and... Give me your sandwich, dog! Okay, that's like way too many now. You notice here, okay, I knife so many people in this game because it's very effective and it's quick and it's clean. You can't say the same for Battlefield 3. It just doesn't happen that way. I don't know why specifically, and look, I like jumped over this guy and then somehow, yeah, he pops me in the face. I tried to hip fire him, but it didn't quite work because he's got a shotgun and I don't. That was going to be a perfect like jump over him, just get dunked on, bro, but it didn't really work. And then I get the cloth monster or the bush monster. I want to call him cloth monster so bad, but bush monsters will always be in my heart. So I get him with the MG or whatever this mounted MG is, and that's one thing that I just love doing. You guys know that this building is like my favorite lurk spot in this entire base of Oasis. It's so dandy, and it's silly. It's silly because I like killing people with that mounted MG because it's just the thought in my brain that this thing was literally designed to kill Americans from the Russians. Like, the Russians were literally built this to use it against the Americans, and I'm just chilling as Steve in the back of yo spawn, killing yo Russian teammates, do, for real, do. And that's why I find it funny. Something that was built to kill me, I'm using to kill the person that created it. I find it funny, okay? And I want to thank you guys very much for watching. There's your final score. I will see you guys next time, which is probably Friday, with another Battlefield 3 video. I don't even know what your bonus clip's going to be, but I'm playing a lot of different games like Team Fortress 2, so much Ghost Recon, and Splinter Cell. Oh my god, I feel so stealthy. I feel like a ninja. I'm Sam Fisher, and I never listened to Lambert, or whatever his name is. He's got goofy eyes. Have you guys not... Oh my god, in the Splinter Cell series, whatever his name is, eyes are so terrifying. They're so scary. But okay, I'll see you guys next time. Auf Wiedersehen und bis bald. Und ich bin der Mann, der alles kann. Und ich bin tausendmal besser als du. And... later.
Control point is being contested. Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stalemate.
Just lay your weapons down and walk away.